Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Kayla, and today we'll be doing basically a paint with me. As you can tell by the title, we'll also be talking a little bit about productivity as it relates to me and art. So today I'll just be basically doing a passion project. Also, I'll be giving you guys some tips on painting if you would like to paint with me. So if you're not an artist, or sometimes we do lack inspiration as people and we have to draw inspiration from others. So if that is the case, because most of the time that is the case for me, you can always go online and find art pieces that interest you and take inspiration, as I said, from those pieces. I don't mean to go online and copy and paste exactly what you see, guys. Don't do that. So I started this piece some years ago and I just put it down. So because, as you can see, we're in a new space also, this is going to be my studio for filming YouTube video and for doing my art and schoolwork. So it's like a multi-purpose studio. So I was cleaning out the space because I have boxes of things that I've been doing, and when I went through some of my works, I found a piece that I was doing 3 years ago, and I decided to film this video for you guys. So the first tip is, when painting, you should probably mount your piece on a wall, or if you have a drawing board, that's also great. So you can always stand back when looking at your piece, so your perspectives or your proportions aren't off as it relates to your work. For me, I just mounted my piece on a wall because I do have a drawing board, but it's not like the standing ones, it's the flat ones. So currently I'm just painting the background, which is why I am sitting at my drawing table and I have the piece flat down in front of me, so you guys are actually right dead in the center of the piece right now. So because I'm doing the background, there's no need for me to look at perspectives or whatever, so that's why I have you guys flat on the table. If you guys also want to do a piece like this, you could paint along with me. Actually, this video is actually coming out tomorrow. Today is Thursday and I wanted to keep consistency on my channel, so I was planning to drop videos every Friday. So I'm trying to make this content as clear as possible so I don't need to do much editing and I can drop this video on Friday, which is tomorrow. So I have to edit this tonight. This was not the video that was supposed to come out, but because of some storage issues with my device that I edit on, I had to get extra external storage and I forgot to save the video before transferring the files. So I was transferring the files and then I went on my editing software to save the video, and then I realized that all of the video is gone. The audio is still there, the transitions, everything is still there. The little clips that I did, it's all there. It's just the videos for the video that is gone, and I decided not to get upset about it because it's completely my fault. Instead, I just decided to film this video, but I actually filmed that video from last week, so I was like totally prepared for like that video to post and everything. So this piece that I'm actually doing, my focus is always on Afrocentric pieces, or like the Black woman. I love pieces like those. So the piece what I'm doing actually has to do with line and color. Those are the two elements of art that I'll be using in this piece. So you'll see that in a minute. Pieces. Also, I'm not really an artist per se. I mean, I can do art and I do go to an art school, but I don't believe and I don't consider myself to be an artist, because when I say artist, like, there are people that get up and draw every day. I'm not that type of person. So this is actually one of the things I want to be doing this summer. I want to do 5 art projects this summer. So this is actually the first of 5 that you guys are going to be here with me doing. Because I'm not doing art like I used to. Like, I used to get up and draw and do paintings, little sketches. I'm not doing that anymore. So I want to get back into the habit of doing art instead of just doing art because of school, which is why I said that I'm not an artist. If you're not like into full-on art, I think you could just get regular poster paint, because I think those work well anyway. Or probably I'm just cheap, but you can just get poster paint and use that, or you can invest in acrylic. I wanted to do painting when I went, but then I saw how expensive like all the supplies are, so I decided not to do painting as my major. And it doesn't really change anything, because I left from painting and went into animation, and now that I'm looking at that, I think that is even more expensive than painting, because we need to buy the software to animate in, we need to pay for the software, and we need to buy like our drawing tablets and so forth, and those are expensive, guys. Those are expensive. Remember, in art, a mistake is not really a mistake. It's just you developing, and I think through mistakes we get better at whatever we want to do. So guys, I had just finished painting the background. I wanted to take a little break, but I said no, because if I do take a break, I'm not going to finish this piece. So I wanted this to be done by 12, and it's currently about 10:30, so I have about an hour or two to finish this project. So what I'm about to do is add some color to the afro and fix the blacks, but I'm going to show you guys the background first. So as you can see in the last clip, it probably needs a second coat. I don't think I'll be doing that right now because it's still quite wet. So I'm just going to move on to the next thing that I want to add to this piece, which is some colors to the afro, as I just said. The colors are going to be quite random. There's going to be no particular order to the colors, but you guys will see. So what I'm using is these markers right here. I'm using the fatter tip. I don't know if you can see this because of the intense light. There we go. So I'm using this fat tip instead of the fine point because I like how the fat one looks. So I'm just going to be doing some mini swirls inside the swirls, basically. So guys, I actually forgot to talk to you guys about productivity. So as it relates to productivity and me, I don't think I am a productive person. I am a planner though, so I like to plan my days. I like to know what needs to get done at what time and so forth. But normally I don't even get to follow my planner, and that's not even because of me, it's because normally of probably other people. But I do like to plan. Also, when I do get productive and I do things the way I planned it, it never normally works out as it relates to school and art. So for example, this today wasn't planned and I really like how it's turning out already. But if I was supposed to plan this piece, like decide what I'm going to do, how I'm going to do it, so forth, it probably wouldn't look this good. And I mean, it might not look good to other people, but I think it really looks good to me, and that's the best thing because it is my piece and I'm the one who's going to be keeping it. Unless somebody like one of you, my subscribers, would like it, that'll be fine. I'll give it to you. But yeah, I don't think that planning or like doing things that were planned as it relates to art really works out for me, because even the other day when I was getting critiqued on a piece that I did, I had planned the piece to the T and the teacher was like, no, he didn't like it one bit. So I had to go back to the drawing board, and I didn't even go back right away. I took like a couple days off from work. I took a couple days off from the project, and when it was the day that it was due, I just decided to do something last minute, and all my last minute ideas always come out so well. And I think if I had last minute ideas from the initial stage when I'm planning, it would have been so great for me because they'll be executed better than how I execute them. So my last minute idea would get me a B, like to pass the class, and I would just breeze through the class, passing with a B. But if I had that last minute idea from the first part of the class and I executed it the way I wanted it to be executed, like I would have passed with an easy A. But that never happens. I like always have the greatest ideas last minute, and that's one thing I really don't like about myself as it relates to me being into art. All my ideas, my great ideas that is, come out last minute. But I always think it's great to plan though, because I do plan and it does work out most of the times, but as I said, not all the time. It's about 11:30 and I am not finished. I have about 5 more frows to go to put patterns in. I like the way it turns out. It's a bit chaotic. There's no like order to it. Yeah, it's a bit chaotic. There's no order. So right now I'm going to see if I can show you where I'm at and the progress that I've made. I'm actually going to add some paint to it again. Not for the background because I don't want to do the background right now, but I want to add a little paint to the bottom, which is right here where it leads up to the top. So I'm going to do that right now. It's going to be quite random There's no like design, it's just going to be like stars. Do you know those faux stars that aren't really stars but they're there? That's basically what I'm adding in paint. And the paint kind of takes off the marker, so it looks really nice when it mixes together. I don't want to do too much because I don't want to spoil the piece. This is a very colorful piece. I do like to use a lot of colors when doing my art, unless it's just going to be like a very simple black and white piece, which is not something that I normally do. Like there has to be some color in there. I don't know why, I just really like colors, especially the bright colors. So if you're like into colored pieces and so forth, you should definitely check out my art page. I'll be posting more on there. The link is in the description. I'll also put it right here on the screen so you can just look for it on Instagram, and I put it the exact way that it is, so you'll definitely find it. I'm so sorry about those roosters. Also, as it relates to productivity, I think you should probably work at a desk area, like in a desk space. It's crazy that I'm giving this tip because I work in my bed. I don't work in the studio, and I do have my reasons why I don't work in the studio. I don't work in the studio because when I work in the studio, it gets really hot around here. All the fans that I have are hanging fans, like wall fans. So yeah, I don't really work around here because it's hot. Also because it's close to my mom's room, and to get out here, I would have to walk outside, and I don't want to walk outside because I work mostly at nights. So I don't want to be walking outside in the night to come out around the studio. The only other access to this space is through my mom's room, and I also don't like walking through her room in the nighttime. So I just work from my bedroom instead, which isn't even good because when I work from there, I just go to sleep. I don't do the assignments. I start and then I just get lazy because I'm in bed. I mean, I do have like a little desk area that I set up in there, but I rather sit on my bed and work, and then I just go to sleep afterwards. Say hi to vlog night. So guys, I'm actually finished, and I finished exactly at 12:05, so I gave myself great timing for this piece, and I just put a bit of final touches on it. And as I said, it does want a second coat for the background. I may or may not do that, and I also want to make the afro more like dark, like to darken the blacks, but I'm just gonna show you right now what it looks like. So my camera's about to die, and I just wanted to close out this video. Please remember to like and comment this emoji if you have made it to the end of this video. Share, subscribe, turn on my post notifications to be notified every time I post a video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.